Well, hey there. Thanks for tuning in. Jason Elkins here with Carolina Capital Home Buyers and giving me a little nature walk in today. I thought while I'm doing this walk, I'd pull back the curtain on a little known but powerful way to grow your money. It's called private lending. Now, a little bit about me. I've spent over 25 years in the security world, helping big companies protect their assets with smart systems and operations. And, eventually, I started shifting those skills into real estate investing. And that move has just completely changed my life. Not only did it give me a path to financial freedom, but now I get to help others do the same thing. And isn't that what this is all about? These days, I buy distressed properties and either fix and flip or wholesale or renovate and resell. It just really depends on the deal. I'm not just about chasing the profits. I'm also creating cleaner, safer homes while improving neighborhoods. And here's where you come in. Most folks have never even heard about private lending, but it is hands down one of the best ways to earn solid, predictable incomes without that old roller coaster of the stock market, crypto, or whatever else the news media is hyping up this week. Let me break it down for you. Instead of parking your money in a CD or a money market account where it just barely beats inflation, you can actually lend it out securely and earn way more. I'm talking about passive income that's backed by real estate. It's not guesswork. You don't have to babysit a portfolio. You don't need to check the stock market or wait for that next crash they're talking about. And nope, it's not about that old conventional wisdom, the kind that gets average results, where you just work hard and save a lot and invest in mutual funds. And we'll just hope it all works out. But by the time you retire, you realize those returns really didn't keep up with the rising cost of everything. That's why we're doing things differently. With private lending, you become the bank. You lend money to a real estate investor like me, and your investment is secured by a deed of trust, meaning if anything ever goes sideways, you've got property as collateral. And here's the best part. You're in the driver's seat. You choose the deal. You have something tangible you can touch, unlock that stock market. Now, let's get all that worry out of the room right now. Worst case scenario. You'd own a house at a steep discount that you could flip or rent it out or sell it for profit. Best case, you just sit back and collect the interest while I do all the heavy lifting. So why would I pay you more than the bank would? It's real simple. Speed matters in real estate. I can make deals better when I don't have to jump through the hoops of the bank, waiting for approvals, lending caps. I'd rather just pay you a great return and not let that deal slip away, and both of us win. And for context, this model is just not new. It's been done by finance companies and secondary lenders forever. You're probably doing it right now without realizing it. Just check that interest rate on your credit card. You're paying them for access to easy, fast money. Private lending flips that script, puts you on the side of the profits. Now, here's something fun to think about. What if you use the bank's money to lend and earned money on the spread? I know someone who just did that. They borrowed $1 million, loaned it out at double the rate, and pocketed $50K in 1 year using none of their own money. That is power in private lending. I'm sure at this point you've got a lot of questions. I'm here to help you. A lot of people ask me, can I use my IRA or 401k to do this? Yes, absolutely. If it's a self-directed IRA, you're good to go. I, matter of fact, recommend Equity Trust. They've been around a long time and they're super easy to work with. If your IRA isn't self-directed, it's just a matter of moving it over. There's no penalties, no drama, no worries. Another one I hear, is this a security or a mortgage pool? Nope. You're not sharing your investment with anyone else. It's just you and the deal. No need for any SEC licenses or anything like that. Well, another one is, who handles all the paperwork? Not you, and definitely not me. A real estate attorney or title company handles everything. The paperwork, the funds, the closing. You'll never write me a check directly, and I cover all the closing costs. You just wire the funds to the closing agent, get your documents after the deal, and it's all sealed. Well, what if there's a fire or a title issue? Got you covered. I always purchase title insurance and fire insurance and your name in those policies. If anything goes wrong, you're protected, period. Well, here's another one. Is this really safe? Here's how I see it. Real estate-backed lending is way safer than the stock market. With stocks, you're at the mercy of the news cycle and investor mood swings. With this, your investment is locked in and tied into a real tangible asset. You know what you're getting. And once we've done a few deals together, who knows? It could lead to some bigger partnerships or joint ventures. That's how wealth building relationships start. Bottom line, private lending is one of the most straightforward, stable, and high yield opportunities that are out there. I'd love to show you how it works and answer any more questions that you might have. Thanks again for hanging out and learning about this while I do my little walk around nature here. I love nature. And if this sounds like something you want to explore more, just reach out. I love to connect and show you how to get started. Talk soon and get outside.